Alright, this is the Kart M14 MCR from Airsoft Megastore. I got it for about 220 bucks. Came with the scope and the bipod, but you can buy it without it for 190, but really that's like wasting 30 bucks. I mean, you can buy it, like I said, without it for 190. You really don't, if you already have a scope or whatever, you don't need it, the bipod, whatever. You can actually, it doesn't come with iron sights, but you can buy replacement iron sights off of whatever website sells them and put them on. Just make sure they're Weaver mounted iron sights. It comes with this flash hider, but it also comes with this one from Airsoft Megastore that you put on it. I just painted it black. I need to repaint it because it's not paint meant for plastic, and I need to repaint it. Anyways, this is going to be a review / disassembly guide because I was looking around on YouTube whenever I was trying to decide if I wanted the gun or not, and there wasn't any on there. But so yeah, on with the review. It comes with this sling. It's actually a really nice sling, and for anyone who gets it from Airsoft Megastore, it comes with this little, well, I guess it just comes with the sling itself, but you attach it by putting it through this, the front part. Then you just attach the metal clip onto it, and then you attach the other one to the back. And comes with this full metal mag. Holds about 300 rounds to wind up. Ordered 2 more mid caps just because, you know, it's easier. Fits fairly snugly in the mag well. It's a little bit wobbly, as you can see, but it still holds pretty well. The scope it comes with is 39 by 32. It's actually a fairly nice scope. Comes with these little shades on it. Don't really need them. I mean, it reduces glare some on the front of the scope, but the turret's pretty nice. It also comes with this 1500 milliamp 8.4 volt large type battery. Works pretty well, but I'm ordering a nunchuck type battery to go on the back, 9.6 volt 1600 milliamp. Because, as I'll show you here in a bit, it's kind of hard to fit the battery in. Goes right in here. And there's plenty of space, it's just a pain to get it out once you do get it in. So yeah, I'll just show you how that works real quick. Alright, this is the battery compartment. It's got the large type connector there, it's got the fuse there, which is rather nice. It's easy to change fuse. Go ahead, take your battery. I find the easiest way to do it is, since it fits in there pretty snug, you have to put some like Vaseline, something like that on these edges here. Kind of slick it up, make it a little bit easier to get in and out. Of course, yes, I know this is what she said, this is going to sound really bad, but you just stick it in all the way up, and then you got to kind of like push it up some to get it in the upper part of it, so you have place to fit in the wires. And by the way, if you don't have Vaseline or some sort of grease on it, this is really hard to do once you're trying to take it out. Then you connect it. Then put the wires in. Just kind of put most of the wires in underneath the battery. And put the rest in on top. Then close it. And fits in like that. Semi-auto is up on the little selector switch here. Full auto is down. You just turn it down. Safety is on the trigger right here. Mag release right there, of course. The foregrip / bipod it comes with is pretty cheap. It's plastic, ABS plastic, I assume now. You can hear it rattling around in there whenever it's out. There's some sort of spring or something loose, but you put it in, well, I guess it still rattles, but yeah, just kind of pops out like that. The gun is mostly metal. All of the rails are metal. The flash hider is, I think it's plastic. This is all metal on the rails. The mag's metal. The only thing that's not metal on it is, like I said, the flash hider and the grip here. I don't think it's not metal. and the butt stock isn't metal. The butt plate is metal, and everything else in it, all the bolts, all the internals are metal. And it's a pretty heavy gun, weighs in at about 11 or 12 pounds. So it's not for the smaller user, but it's, I mean, it can be used as long as you're laying down with it. But yeah. Alright, well, I think that's it for the review part of it. Now on to disassembly. I'm going to show you why you'll probably need to disassemble it. If you get it from, well, I guess it's probably the same for every place you get it from. But the hop up is kind of messed up in here. Yeah, these two pieces of metal are covering it. Or they were covering it before I cut them off. And I just took a little hacksaw and cut down the edge of both of these to kind of cut around it, so I can go all the way out now. And you'll probably have to file it down on the ends here some. I'll show you once I disassemble it, because the hop up little twist thing also gets kind of caught on the metal. So yeah, on to disassembling it. By the way, the box that it comes in is nothing special. Don't expect much, just cardboard. Nothing on it. And styrofoam. It's fun. So, comes with a charger that just fell on the ground there. And the blue thing is a little cleaning cloth for the lens of the scope. Came with the scope. But yeah, onto the front of the gun to start disassembling it. It comes with these Allen keys. You can see here, it didn't come with two of them that are in there, which you need for some of the bigger ones like this one. It didn't come with an Allen key for this or the other ones on the side over here. You can see that, I can't quite tell. But you can go buy one if you don't have one from Home Depot, something like that, some sort of hardware store. But yeah, first thing you need to do is take out your biggest Allen key, which you have to get separately. Take out this first. Then this little piece comes off in the front there. What I like to do whenever I'm disassembling is any sort of gun is just put it in order, kind of like so I know where the screws go and stuff like that, and just kind of put the screws about where they go on the gun. So just like that. And then over on the other side here, gotta take this out here. Probably end up cutting a lot of this out. I think it takes the same size that's on the that you need for the two on the side. I tighten this one a little bit too tight. Just unscrew it right like that. Comes off, set over here, just same general direction. Alright, now what you gotta do, turn it back around. The rail is on there, you gotta kinda like slide it back, and then it just comes off right like that. Don't try and slide it forward because it won't come off like that. Just set the rail to the side. Alright, now you gotta take the bottom rail off. This right here. Start with unscrewing these two right here, this one and then this one. And the first one I showed you gets this off, or actually the second one I showed you gets this off, this piece right here. And then this second one I showed you gets this off so that you can turn it. It is kind of glued on there, but I'll show you once I get the nuts off, or the whatever, the screws. Alright, now I got those two screws out of the bottom. You gotta get two from the bottom under here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the foregrip off. Right over there. You gotta take well, in the long run, I'll just show you what you have to take off. You have to take this off right here, these two on the bottom, right there, this one on this side, right here. You got to take this one out, and then you'll be able to get these two metal plates on the side off, which is what's covering the hop up and all the trigger assembly and stuff like that. So yeah, alright, I'll do that. Alright, now that those are off, what you gotta do is take this right here, you just gotta turn this to one side. I think it is originally kind of like there's some glue under it, so be careful that you don't like mess up the metal underneath, which really doesn't matter because it doesn't slide that much. But yeah, you just turn that to the side, then you just pull this straight out, and this bottom rail comes off. Put it off to the side, and you see you can got the rest of this here. Alright, now gotta flip it over. As you can see, these plates are already starting to come off. Alright, now take your biggest Allen key, take this out. And my bad, you actually don't need to take this one out for this part of it, because all I'm doing is just taking the plates off. Alright, and then your plates come right off. And then you just kind of saw off the piece of metal that was here. It extended out to about like there, and then went straight back to here. I just cut it off, straight down and squared it, and then kind of filed it down with a Dremel. Same thing for the other side, but whenever you're doing this, watch out because there is a pin right in here. I'll zoom in on that. It's a little silver pin right there that will fall out right here. It'll fall out, watch, whenever I take the other plate off. It fell out. It's underneath right here. Just this little pin that goes right in there. And you gotta, I'll show you whenever I'm reassembling it how you put it in. But yeah, you gotta watch out because this piece will kind of wobble around and there's wires in there, so you don't want to mess with that. Because the motor's actually in the grip, unlike in most of them, where in the other M14s where it kind of extends into the stock. Which is why it's so different. And actually, you might not even be able to follow a regular M14 disassembly video after this part because of how much, like I said, different it is. The gearbox in this actually looks to be different than most other M14s too. It's made by Kart, and I don't know if this is even the same as their JAEs or not. I haven't really bothered to look into that. But yeah, here's your problem. Here's your little hop up. I gotta unscrew this. I'm gonna mess with this and come back once I get it fixed.